We started the X Academy, I guess, in 2013, late 2013 for the 2014 season, because there's a lot that we value about our brand and a lot we value about our organization, but we wanted to find a way to reach more people than just kids who are auditioning for our program or kids who are in our program. At the time, just the percussion program. So the X Academy became a way for us to create an outlet of what we are as an organization and what we value educationally, and bringing it to kids who weren't in the percussion group. And then, of course, as the organization grew and we added the WINS program and we added European X, and we added other programs like the Dragons Drumline, the X Academy was sort of a natural extension of what we are as an organization and a way to reach thousands more kids than just the ones who come to our programs. The thing that I find really cool about the X Academy, particularly while it's been growing over the last several years, is just the diverse range of activities that we have. So when we have an audition clinic, we bring kids in and they get an experience very similar to the one that you might get as a performer in the ensemble, because you're with our staff in the same environment that our world-class percussion group or our world-class WINS group would rehearse in. The same goes for a clinic that we would do in the Midwest, like the new Rhythm Experience Clinic. It's very similar. You have a very intense interactive experience that's totally like being in the ensemble. But at the same time, we've taken the X Academy to do clinics of different formats all over the world. So there are students who have had an experience with the X Academy in Costa Rica that's just a visual ensemble clinic or just a music ensemble clinic with one or two of our staff. So it's not necessarily the intense ensemble-like experience as much as it is sort of a sharing of knowledge from what we have as an organization to those students. And we've done events like that in Milan, Italy, and in Costa Rica, and even an event in Cape Town, South Africa. So those events are really intriguing to me because they're sort of a direct expression of what the organization values from an educational or musical standpoint, and it's totally outside of what you might consider a normal clinic. Well, the whole point of the X Academy is being able to reach students who aren't in our group. And we're fortunate at Rhythm X to have a ton of talent and a ton of demand to be in our programs, particularly the percussion group, the WINS group, and European X. It's really exciting to me that there are students who don't want to be in those ensembles, or students who aren't ready yet to be in those ensembles, or students who live too far away to be in those ensembles, or even students who aren't in this country that just sort of have an affinity for American, the American marching arts. So I like the fact that right now, while the X Academy is growing and finding its place, that there's opportunities for a lot of people to be excited about the X Academy and for opportunities for us to reach a lot of kids of various playing abilities and various exposure to what we're used to here in the US is the marching arts. We have sort of taken a grow and learn approach to the X Academy. When we first started, it was like, okay, well, what's the X Academy? What's the very first thing the X Academy is going to do? And that was host the audition clinics for that year's ensemble, for the 2014 ensemble. So, there's a lot of things that we're experimenting with, but ultimately, the core idea of the X Academy is taking what we are educationally, taking what we are musically, and creating a format that will reach students that aren't in the group. So whether that means we go online, whether that means we go to international events, whether that means that we focus here at home, we're kind of trying all those things. And we're going to continue to find what works and find what reaches kids and find what has a large impact, and continue to toy with that. So the X Academy is really the largest area of growth in the organization. It's where we have seen a ton of growth. It's where we've seen a huge response and a huge demand that we weren't really aware of. So what the X Academy does as a program is expanding rapidly, and I think in the next 5 years it's going to be a pretty exciting thing.